Carol, thanks very much. We'll talk to you again very soon.
6:15, and haulage bosses are warning the Prime Minister, or they warned at the end of October, didn't they, that the shortage of lorry drivers could impact supplies this Christmas.
We know some shelves have been short of stock, but should we be worried when we're ordering online, particularly in time for Christmas? Well, Ben has got the best job of the day. He's at a toy warehouse in Amersham for us this morning. Morning, Ben. And that's a really interesting moment, isn't it? Because lots of political stories probably don't interest everybody in the country, but I think when Anton Decker talking about a political story, you know it's fairly big.
It's cut through. I think that's often what politicians of all parties say, isn't it? That, it's a Westminster story, it's a bubble story. When it's on I'm a Celebrity, it's not a bubble story anymore.
It's not in a bubble anymore. Shall I start with the inside pages?
Yeah.
I've got something that you're going to absolutely love this morning. I bet you love a vol au vent. Do you love a vol au vent?
At a Christmas party?
At a Christmas...
Connection.
Yes. Here we have... this is in the Sun today. Vol au vents are making a Christmas comeback this year. One of those retro buffet type snacks, isn't it? 1970s, 1980s, with a bit of like mushroom filling.
Yes, it's like a creamy mushroom. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they are all the rage. I wonder if that's because other things are in short supply.
Oh, it's a supply. Should we check with Ben?
Yes, exactly.
At the factory.
Yeah. And do you know what vol au vent actually means? Do you know what vol au vent is?
Thinking back to my O-level French, yes.
Flight of wind.
That's the mushrooms. Daily Mail have a story. I'm not sure my dog's up to this, but they claim that your dog... My dog's hopelessly disobedient, yeah.
Your dog must know its own
Maybe
name.
it's speaking another language that I don't realise that. We're not in the same tree. No, I think that seems to be overstating a little bit.
I think you're being a bit mean about your own dog there.
Well, the Mail is saying that if, does it say something like if you're doing a crossword and your dog is looking over your shoulder, it's because they know all these words. Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
I don't think so either.
Going a little bit too far. It is 6:22. You're watching Breakfast from BBC News. Now, Captain Sir Tom Moore almost needs no introduction on this programme. The 100-year-old veteran captured the nation's hearts in lockdown, raising nearly £40 million for the NHS.
Now, of course, he passed away in February, but his legacy carries on with the Captain Tom Foundation. And now his family are making plans to set up an annual day in his honour. We're going to speak to them live here on the sofa a little bit later in the programme. But first, this report from John Maguire.
Once it got, oh God.
We need to get the sport from Jane, don't we? And I think we were all hoping, well, not all of us, but quite a lot of us were hoping that there would be great news from Australia this morning.
Well, England fans...
She chuckles.
England fans waking up. It has not been a nightmare, I'm afraid. It has...
Alan John.
Thanks, Carol. When do we start getting an indication about what Christmas might be look like?
Christmas Eve.
I knew she'd say that. I knew she'd... John, you asked the classic question there.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve is the obvious answer.
Yeah, or Boxing Day. Maybe it'd be even easier, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would, John. That's a good plan.
A retrospective weather forecast where you're never wrong. Carol, thanks very much indeed.
What are you saying?
You're never wrong. You're never wrong.
Thanks, John.
You walked straight into that one, Kay. You really did.
Silly question. 6:48.
Now, as pressure mounts on number 10, the Labour leader, Sir Keir Starmer, is calling on the Prime Minister to tell the truth and apologise for a Downing Street party said to have taken place last Christmas.
Let's speak now live to David Lamb.
Hello, this is Breakfast with John Kay and Sally Nugent.
Good morning. It's 7:30 and the Prime Minister faces tough questions today again. This time over leaked footage which shows senior government advisers joking about holding a lockdown-breaking Christmas party in Downing Street last year.
The clip, which was obtained by ITV News, is of Boris Johnson's then spokesperson, Allegra Stratton, rehearsing at a mock press conference. Let's have a look.
Time is 7:46 on Wednesday. We'll go live to Downing Street and talk to Adam Fleming to try and make sense of all this and pull it all together at 8 o'clock. But before that, if you've just woken up and you're wanting to know what's happening in the cricket, you've waited all that time for the Ashes and you're so excited about it started for England.
Well,
just a shake of the head there, Jane. That's all you need.
Well, I think that image just sums it all up, doesn't it? Because it's embarrassment for England and delight for the Aussies. It's just the last thing that England wanted in the first day of the first test of the Ashes. An early batting collapse, including the captain, Joe Root, gone for a duck. Rain has stopped play for the day. So that could
That's a
possibly
relief.
be a good thing, exactly, because it means England can regroup and rethink, and boy, do they have a lot of thinking
Yeah.
to do, because
Parties.
Well, Numbers 10 still says there was no Christmas party and that rules were followed at all times. Meanwhile, Scotland Yard said officers are now reviewing the video that was obtained by ITV for alleged breaches of coronavirus rules. Our political correspondent Helen Catt has the very latest.
John and Sal. Let's pretend that didn't happen.
Don't worry.
John and Sal.
Don't worry, that's fine.
You've done it now. You got told off earlier on.
It's her face, the horror in her face. Thank you so much.
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
Thanks, Matt.
Pleasure.
We forgive Carol anything.
Anything, she can do anything she likes.
She can, actually.
Now, look, if there's one person who needs no introduction on this programme, it's Captain Sir Tom Moore, because the 100-year-old veteran captured the nation's hearts in lockdown, appearing here on Breakfast so many times, and in the process raising nearly £40 million for the NHS.
Passed away in February, but his legacy carries on with the Captain Tom Foundation. Now his family are making plans to set up an annual day in his honour, as Breakfast John Maguire reports.
Once it got all going, the